But they got a shot. It's always a 50-50 chance that anything can happen, and the New England Patriots could be the first team to upset the Kansas City Chiefs this season. But a couple of things are going to have to happen. The defense is going to have to come to play. And unfortunately for the Pats, there's only one Stephon Gilmore on the field. The other corner, left or right side, opposite of Gilmore, is going to have to step up tremendously and try to somehow, some way lock down the trio of receivers that the Kansas City Chiefs has that pretty much ran right through the Baltimore Ravens last week. And the Baltimore Ravens had a great secondary. And I watched them go up and down the field with ease. And it was because of the speed that they possessed, the route combinations, and the play calling of Andy Reid that made that game so difficult. But in terms of the New England Patriots, ball control is going to be essential, whether it's Cam or running back by committee. They're going to have to control the clock, keep the Chiefs off the field as much as they can, and try to score as many points as they can. But I think the biggest key in this game is just winning the game time and possession, not letting Patrick Mahomes get out and be as dangerous and a threat as he's going to be, because you can't stop Patrick. You can only hope to contain him. Andy's going to let him loose. And, you know, as a team, you really got to find that rhythm early if you're the New England Patriots. And I think that's going to be in the run game. They have to control the clock. They have to control the time of possession and keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline next to Andy Reid.
It is not just about time of possession and ball control. You're going to have to get touchdowns. You can't control the ball for 5-6 minutes, Skip, Mike, and then kick a field goal, because the likelihood of you winning a game in their building 20-17, 17-14 is not likely to happen. They just put so much pressure on your offense. Now, if they're going to run the football like they ran it last week against the Raiders, and if they're going to capitalize that at the end of those possessions and give you touchdowns, okay, they're going to have an outstanding chance. Because as you mentioned, the likelihood of them slowing that offense down isn't very good. And listen to Eric Bieniemy, Skip, when he threw that touchdown to the fullback, Sherman, Eric Bieniemy did not know he threw that underhand. He said, that's not the way we drew it up. That's not the way we practiced it. But that just goes to show you how much confidence this kid...
the way they drew it up.
This shows you how much confidence this kid is playing with. He's on another level. He's feeling so confident that, you know what, I can do no wrong. He is yet to throw an interception in September with all those touchdowns. And so and Andy, for some reason, Skip, since he's been back in Kansas City, we remember that job he did on that Thursday night when the Patriots coming off that Super Bowl. That was the coming out party of Kareem Hunt when he rushed for 100 and almost had and caught for 100.
Yep, at Foxborough.
At Foxborough.
Yeah.
And so every time we see them putting up these big, ginormous numbers, even the game that they lost up in Foxborough, it was what, a 43-40 ball game? The AFC Championship game was like a what?
Shootout.
36-30 or something like that ball game, where the Patriots scored in overtime. So even when he's had better defenders, when he had all those defenders, Andy's been able to move the ball against them. So now they don't have nearly the defense. It's going to be incumbent upon Cam to control this game, capitalize, and cap it off with touchdowns instead of field goals, or this thing could get out of hand in a hurry.
So it doesn't sound to me like either of you guys give the Patriots much of a chance. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, look, it's Coach Belichick, so he's always going to come and got something up his sleeve. But would I be surprised if Kansas City won by 7 to 10 points? No.
So you think they
And
can
I always feel like,
Go ahead, Mike.
I always feel like Bill Belichick is going to bring some type of recipe defensively that's going to keep them around. But it's going to be up to the offense to score points, like Shannon said. The defense will be able to sustain, but like I said, you can only contain Patrick for so long. You know, he's going to get off.
Because remember, Skip, not to cut you off, Skip. Okay, last week he controlled Waller. Okay, you take Travis Kelce. What you going to do with Reek and Mecole Hardman?
Okay, but trust me, Belichick will take away Kelce first.
Okay.
Because it's your security blanket. Just take it away.
Okay.
You can't have Travis Kelce and hope Gilmore can somehow hang with Tyreek, which he probably... It's just too much speed. It's track speed.
And then you got Hardman, who's 4.33 on the other side.
I got it. Okay, I'm in a tricky spot on this game. I will either qualify or disqualify myself. I'm rooting against Shannon Sharp because we have a big bet that Tampa Bay will win more games than Belichick will win this year. So I need the Chiefs. I'll be honest with you. I will go ahead and pick the Patriots, but pick the Chiefs. But I think the Patriots have a real shot here.
Okay.
The harder I look at it, the better it gets for New England. I just like the way Cam is playing. He's playing some of his best all-around football of his career. It just feels right to me.
Right.
And I'm afraid of it because I've got that bet with you.
Right.
His offensive line is playing at an extremely high level. Pro Football Focus loves that offensive line. It's got it second in pass blocking and fourth in run blocking.
Right.
They lead the league in rushing. I know it's a small sample size, but they lead it at 178 yards a game. I believe they can go in there, as both of you guys suggest, and do what Parcells used to say, shorten the game. Just control the football. As Michael said, it's just, you got to win the clock. And they are highly capable of winning the clock because you have three real threats. You got Sony Michel, you got Rex Burkhead, who should not be underestimated in this game. He's played big against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship
game-winning touchdown.
Right? And you've got Cam. And not that I think Cam's going to run for 100, but if he gets 50 or 60 key yards, it's just hard. You can't get the man down.
He might have rushes like he had against Miami. He might run the ball 10 to 15 times.
He just might have to.
Yeah.
Okay? So then on the back end, can they stand up? Maybe strategically they can if they take Kelsey away, because they took Darren Waller out of the game.
Yes.
Like I thought they'd handle him, but I didn't think they'd just nix him, you know, like just blank him out.
Yep.
But, okay, so the point is that I believe this is the perfect spot for New England to go there because they're coming off the game of the year on Monday Night Football, right?
Yep.
And they played great. They massacred their rival, you know, budding rival in Baltimore. And so here they are. They're going home for a New England team that doesn't have Tom Brady anymore, so it's hard to sort of get as up for them as you did for Tom Brady, right? Okay, so I'm not going to pick it because I'd be picking against myself, but I'm not going to be shocked if New England pulls this game off because all the ingredients are there for an upset to me. Well,
I think the biggest thing is that Andy Reid understands what Coach Belichick represents and what his teams know, how they normally play. So they won't look past this team because who knows? This might be a team I have to see down the road, Skip. And if I see them down the road, I still want to plant that seed. Y'all know what we did to y'all. And who knows if they're going to let fans at some point back into the stadium. I think they're going to have probably another 15,000 fans at this point. But as the season progresses, who knows? That might get up to 70, 30. I mean, not 70, but maybe 30, 40,000. And 30,000 fans in Arrowhead, 40,000 fans, that could be a big difference. So I want you to come to my... I understand, Skip. It's still not the same without fans, but I still want you to come to my building. If we play in the playoffs, come see me.
Okay, so I want to get Michael's input on this. Cam said a couple days ago, I'm such a different person now. I'm such a different person now. And it stopped me in my tracks like, really? Because I see the same Cam. I don't know about you, but I see fun-loving. He's letting his charisma and his charm just flow out of him, right? Taking over practice, taking over the locker room, taking over the sideline. Yet, I think I know what he's talking about. And I hate this word humbled because if you say Cam got humbled, I think that hits you, it flips your switch because it comes across like the NFL's white establishment finally broke him, right? And I despise that insinuation also because that's not what's happening here.